Hey everyone, it is Liz, and I am back to do another political reading. And I was going to continue on with looking at the senators, but you know, with all the talk in the news about March 4th, uh, tomorrow, I thought I need to look at this. So it was interesting because the day of the insurrection, which was January 6, 2021, numerically added up to the number 12 3. So it's a 12 slash 3. Now, tomorrow is 3 4, 2021, which adds up to what? 12 3. So I decided just to take a look at the number to see, like, I know what the 12 3 is about, but I found it to be interesting for the temporary vibration of the day. For that day, you've got the 12 3 for that temporary vibration is a waiting period. It's a time where you need to have, it's almost as though they're being asked to change their point of view. It's about being, it's a reversal of a course, and so you're being asked to, especially because the 12 3 is represented by the major arcana card, the hangman. And the hangman is literally about suspension, and reevaluation and pausing and reflecting. And so this number is all about stop, look, and listen. It's a time for, a quiet pause in your life where you should, these people should be thinking and learning to see things as they really are and not as they appear. These people that are listening to Trump, listening to these Republican Trumpers and the politicians that like Cruz and Josh Hawley and Lindsey Graham and who's this? I think Rob Thomas and Thompson. There's a whole bunch of them that are just like Kevin McCarthy. I could go on, and all of these people need to see the reality. They're not. What they're doing is bringing what they must do with this 12 3 number. And I don't know if it's happening yet, but, a bringing together of conflicting polarities. They need to bring this into perspective. Um, they need to they need to think about, creating, these people really need to create some inner peace in their lives. They don't have any heart. It's like they have a very, like, I feel like a lot of these magas have a really intense, like a static, emotional vibration, and so this number is about uh, reflecting. It's about recognizing and really learning how to, meditating is so important for everybody to just do it. Clear your mind and meditate upon the fact that these people, especially, they need to reflect upon the fact that their own miseries, the miseries of the world that they're living in, are self-imposed. They need to recognize that they created this, and they that all of this negativity happening is caused by the negative thought processes. Their world is in chaos, and they must recognize that their thoughts and their actions created these problems for them. I mean, think about the insurrectionists and think about all the ones that have been arrested and think about all the ones that are blaming, you know, um, Trump for inciting it now. So this is number is important because they're being forced to recognize, and own their actions, and face their problems, and they need to make a change. And a lot of these people, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I did a reading today, and I'm using by the way, my Sibylla Oracle cards, and it was interesting, and I'll get to it in a second. What I thought was interesting with the 12 3 number is that they're being asked to take responsibility for all of their mistakes that they've made, all the errors in their thinking. They need to. They're being asked tomorrow to look at the mistakes that they've made, the bad choices, and reflect upon it. And It's interesting because it's also about suspension, and they're being asked to suspend any decisions right now. They need to allow this numbers vibration to work. They're being asked tomorrow, and it could be that it's almost because the Hangman is a major arcana card. So major arcana cards in general, I've said this before, it's energy we can't control, right? It's like the weather. We can only prepare. So if something is in my mind, okay, they're being forced to observe and reflect and to meditate so that they can see, what's really going on. They need to find their own inner serenity. If they remain, these militias, these MAGAs, these QAnon people, if they remain absorbed, in this physical matter, in this state of anger and resentment, and hostility, and believing all the BS that they're believing that was spewed by Trump and everyone else, from Fox News to the Trump supporters to the politicians, Marjorie Taylor Greene, why is she even there? Why are they letting her talk? So, if they remain in that place, they're going to suffer tremendous reversals in their lives. And what I mean by that is the friends that they had, they're going to lose more friends, family members, money, jobs. These are people that the more trouble they get into, the more their life will be going down a really bad path, a very uncomfortable path. And so they will no longer be available. Friends are going to family and friends will pull away from a lot of these people. And, they need to learn through the trial and loss. If they remain passive, and sympathetic and tactful, then they won't attack. They can have success only through, they need to accept the truth. So what I did was, I pulled a few cards using my Sibylla just to see. I didn't even look at the bottom card. Forgive me. Interesting. Okay. Give me a second here. I'm going to look at the recent past. Here we've got the first two cards. Let me just put my notebook down here. Okay, so the recent past is where these people have been, maybe since the insurrection. And so I'm looking at the card of the Flatterer, which was actually reversed. Yeah, it was reversed. So the Flatterer literally is, when it's reversed, it's someone is literally appeasing you. They're telling you lies. When the Flatterer is upright, it is someone who is giving you compliments that, could be, not really true, maybe just trying to flatter you literally, but when it's reversed, it's just deliberate lying. And the clarification card we had was the dark-haired woman reversed. And the dark-haired woman reversed is someone who is malicious and not to be trusted. This is someone who has, malicious, a malicious input. These are people, with these cards together, you're dealing with a group of people, and you're dealing with not just a group of people, but the whole big thing, the whole picture between, what Trump was spewing and what Josh Hawley and Ted Cruz and all of the other people were spewing, Marjorie Taylor Greene, these other people that got this all together, have, really they're very cowardly people, and they're very misinformed. And what they're doing is really kind of appeasing each other, appeasing Trump. The current energy right now with these people, where they are right now. The first card I pulled, interesting, I thought, was the card of a trip to the country, but it's reversed. So when it's reversed, it is a very uncomfortable trip. This is a very uncomfortable trip. It's also like an unwillingness, when it's reversed, it's unwilling, or it's not wanting to go through with something. And so I feel like a lot of these people are hesitating about going on this trip because the clarification card is the card of the lawyer. And that's all about legal woes, right? I think a lot of these people who are talking about tomorrow and making this big thing, the lawyer card it is what it is. It's legal matters. It's justice being served. So we've got, the thing I know for sure is we've got everybody. We've got the FBI, we've got the CIA, we've got the National Guard, we've got the police, we've got everybody, working on this. And whoops, if you saw Christopher Ray, sorry guys for the coughing, the asthma's been awful. But back to the lawyer. So what I'm guessing, not even guessing, I know that you're going to have a group of people tomorrow who are probably planning on going and then pull out at the last minute out of fear of legal issues coming up. And the people that do end up going, it's a very uncomfortable trip because they're going, I feel like they're traveling. There are people traveling. There are people that I think that are there right now. And I truly believe that they're going to get, I mean, we're going to hear if anything does happen tomorrow, the way I see it, something could possibly like be like something happens, but it's stopped, or it's put to a stop somehow, because the immediate future, you've got the card of it's the soldier, okay, but he's reversed. In the immediate future, when the soldier is reversed, this is a very, it's like impulsive action. It's being impulsive, being irrational. When a soldier is upright, they're the complete opposite. When the soldier is upright, this is someone with willpower, someone, who has that inner strength, right? But when he is reversed, he's weak, he's impulsive. It's someone who feels like I get this vibration when I look at him with his hands crossed, this like unfinished business, but clarifying it, which is, again, interesting in their immediate future. They've got the card of weakness. Weakness is illness. It is a very negative vibration of discomfort and feeling, how do I put this? It's like this a feeling of being like an ongoing burden. These people are feeling very burdened, and a lot of them are feeling, with this impulsivity and this irrational behavior. My concern here with the card of weakness is that they are very weak. These are weak people who are coming in, and I believe that they feel that they can get what they want, but there's a lot of, I don't know. It's not reversed; it's upright, But this feeling I get with the weakness card and the reversed soldier card is that there are going to be some problems tomorrow, and most likely there's going to be some militias and a bunch of other QAnon people that are coming in, being very impulsive, being very foolish, not thinking. And the illness energy I get, just to be quite fair with everybody, is that a lot of these people probably have COVID and don't care or don't know it. Okay, that's the other thing. Now, the current state of mind of these people, right? The current state of mind is a mixed bag here, because the first card I have is the card of, it's reversed, another one, and it's the card of waiting, but she's reversed. So when she's reversed, take a look. Waiting. Waiting is a card when it's reversed. It's getting sick of waiting. People start fighting. There's infighting. There's problems. So my feeling here again is, a lot of these groups, the QAnon people, the MAGA people, the whole MAGA everything, all of these Trump supporters that are planning this invasion, are not getting along. There's a lot of gossip. There's a lot of miscommunication. There's a lot of backstabbing. And the clarification card, you've got gambling, all the gamblers. And gamblers is that, when literally the gambling card comes up, then the message is that this is not a good time to do what they're doing. I mean, it's not a good time for them at all, but this is bad timing on their part, okay? And it's upright. It's bad timing. Gambling isn't always a great card. So for them, especially because I'm seeing the card of waiting reverse, it just gives me the complete, brutally honest truth that they're in a place where they're not getting along. There's infighting, and that, there's a lot of socializing online here and in person, I feel too. But I also feel like there are people that feel this is not the time to take any risks. So that's their state of mind. Is you got some people that are feeling really angry and they want to, they're gossiping, and there are some people that are very hesitant. And then if they do this tomorrow, if they really do it, which to me, I mean, because of this impulsivity, this, these are not I mean, I watched them before, we all did. These are not people who are rational. And I can only pray tomorrow that there's some rationale going on. Fortunately, moving into the environment, looking at how the environment is going to affect these people who are planning this invasion and vice versa. So the first card I pulled, interesting, let's see, was the card of some money. And it was it reversed? Yeah, it was reversed. And this is like a total, if you take a look at some money, it's a total disregard of law and order. It's a total disregard of respecting, it's trying to save money but being unable to. It's a disregard of rules. It's a disregard of what they're doing is they're disregarding the rules and the law. And I think these are also people that were promised money, by the way. I'm going to turn the light on here. Excuse me for coughing. I'm so sorry, guys. These were people, I believe, because of the environment. Someone with dark hair, because you've got the dark-haired man here. And, he's clarifying the card of some money. And the dark-haired man is considered someone who, is a friend. This is someone who is hardworking. This is someone who is supportive. And, somehow, my impression here is because this is someone that can, help you financially. This is someone that can offer you, financial assistance. But this is also with the some money card that in their environment, I feel like it's almost like they're being, light is ridiculous. Sorry, guys. It's almost like they're being, financed by other groups, perhaps even politicians or, people that with a lot of power and a lot of money have been pulling back from these people. So I feel that they don't have as much money or as much, they have weapons and they have all of this stuff, but I keep thinking of the lawyer card, which to me it's a big deal. There are some of these people are thinking, I don't know if I should do this. I don't want to go down this road, it could ruin my life. And some of these people's lives are going to get ruined because moving into, again, think about it. The some money card reversed is that when it's upright, it was at some point they were making the best of a situation and they were being very deceptive, but they were receiving some money. But now it's reversed and you've got this man here who's very charming and he is upright and he's very loyal, but I also feel like he's going to screw them over. And then you have the advice from Spirit. And the advice from Spirit here, the first card is interesting. A lot of money comes up, which is prosperity and it's success. It's a card of payments coming in, money coming in. This is the card right now of the first one. A lot of money is the advice from Spirit. So you've got a lot of money coming in, but clarifying it would be the card of the widow. And that's a very painful, negative ending. And so these cards together, when I look at them together, I'm looking at, hope, the advice from Spirit would be that, you could have a good life for yourself if you stopped, if they would just, it's like they're planning this. I don't think they have enough money. I feel like what I'm hearing is they don't have enough money and that they don't, there seems to be this widow here, this woman who is the widow. And I don't know if it's a man or a woman. It could be either or, but there seems to be groups of men and women here experiencing, trying to plan something, but someone's being really demanding. This widow shows up as, it's a very, Spirit is advising these people to literally just pay attention and understand that whatever they're doing, it's almost like she's trying to help them and she's kind of saying in her way, this is over, this is done, whatever you're doing now, they're not going to receive. Some of these people who are, I believe, were getting paid. I truly do. I believe that someone involved in the Trump circle there, right, was probably giving these people money, but the outcome, is that it's not a good thing. It's not a good place for them to be. They've got the card of, it's a surprise. It's the card of the surprise, which is unfortunately a really bad idea. This is a dangerous vibration. It's very dangerous. And clarifying the card is the card of the impediment, and it's reversed, which is literally roadblocks reversed. Things aren't going the way they want. The feeling I get here is with the outcome being, you've got surprise reversed. Some of the militia, these people coming in tomorrow on the 4th, they're planning something to come in, but it's going to get very dangerous for a lot of them. And it's a very bad idea. And what happens is, a lot of these people are just too wrapped up in their anger, and it's become such a painful, it's what's happening is there's going to be delays, there's going to be difficulty tomorrow if they decide to go through with this, and they're going to be in danger. Okay, that's what I see. And then the last card, the bottom card that I always look at, excuse me again, guys, is the card of faithfulness and affection. So to me, I feel as though, because you've got, there's a couple of cards here I want to look at. There's 3 actually. You've got the card of faithfulness, which is saying that this is loyalty, but it's also an attachment to, especially because it's the card of faithfulness and affection. It's a connection, it's an attachment to wanting to have a positive outcome. This is a card that is indicative of, being loyal and, but trying to be supportive without causing problems, then you've got this card of the angry woman, and there will be, she's pissed off, and the situation tomorrow, it could potentially get out of control, and there's going to not just be hurtful words, but to me, you've got the loss of something important here. You've got a crisis. It could turn into a crisis of faith, especially with this angry woman. I mean, if you look at her, she's just pissed, and honestly, she kicked over a chair. She's not happy. The advice, that I'm seeing here tomorrow is that they need to shut this down. This situation is going to get out of control. And even though they think that they've got the loyalty from Trump and from the Republicans like Cruz and Hawley and McCarthy and Jordan and, Matt Gaetz, a whole slew of them, it doesn't look good, because I even believe that even the look on Josh Hawley's face when they were interviewing Christopher Wray yesterday, I thought, oh my God, he looks a little, like verklempt, a little, holy, what's going on, right? He had that shocked, for a moment I thought, are you shocked? Why are you shocked? And then I recognized that there were certain things that I don't think he even recognized. So to me, there's going to be, some losses tomorrow if it goes through. There's going to be some delays. Okay. And the delays are going to be caused, whatever the delays are about, whether it's traffic delays or delays with whatever's going on at the Capitol tomorrow. It causes delays because you've got supporters coming in who are very loyal to Trump, who are very angry, and they are out of control, and they're criticizing, and they're being very difficult. And then the last card was the loss of money. So it's a personal crisis for all these people, and they're going to get themselves in a lot of trouble. It's interesting. Spirit says pull another one. So they've got the consultant. Someone close to you, could offer help. So, they could end up getting, again, think about the lawyers. They may end up getting some type of, or seek, I think a lot of these people tomorrow, if they take it to that level, which I believe some of them will, and if they do take it to that level tomorrow, you're going to notice that it's very impulsive activity here. You're going to look at a lot of these people, and you'll hear about the spread of, I think people are sick, not just mentally sick, but there's physical sickness. And I'm picking up, obviously, different variants of the COVID. And all through this day tomorrow, there's going to be people backstabbing each other. There's a lot of gossip, arguing, fighting, and these people that they thought they could get along, they're trying to plan this thing, whatever it is they're planning. It's like their social life, But as things move along throughout the day tomorrow, to me, especially with the last 2 cards literally being the card of the surprise reverse, which is danger, okay? And then the card of, impediment reversed is even worse. It's like I said, it's roadblocks. Literally, it's roadblocks. It's delays. It's difficulty. So this doesn't end well for these people. I don't think it's going to be. I don't feel. I think that they're very impulsive. I don't believe they're going to get as far as they got last time. But we're going to see a lot happening tomorrow. So I'm going to stop it there. If this reading resonates with you, let me know. I was asked to do, I'm going to look at the rest of the centers, but I was also asked by a dear friend to look at why are all these states loosening, everything, everything seems to be like the movie theaters are opening up. So I'll look at that next. But if you want to leave feedback, please do. If you have any questions, anything you want me to look at, you can message me here. You can email me. And if you want to book a reading, feel free. I will post my appointment app, and you can just simply book your appointment right there. It's really easy. And so I'll look forward to hearing from all of you, and I will see you soon. Stay healthy, stay safe, and blessings to all. Okay, bye.